Alright folks, Kent Ketter, Hot Takes, Elves, Match 2. Let's jump in and see what we can do. Oh, another die roll. Okay, so this draw, a little more reasonable. Not as explosive. I think we'll keep it though. We've got our mana bird, our elf, our elvish mystic. Yeah, seems decent. Pretty simple sequence in the early turns with this deck. Just want to get an elf out, get a little mana going, and see where it goes from there. I'm going to assume our opponent's going to be on the old Bolt the Bird plan. No. Okay. We're going to go Skite Sentinel here. I want to have a Sentinel just in case we brick on it untap next turn. I don't think we will. We also have a Cord for 2. Decent little number there. Looks like our opponent's... I was going to say he's a combo deck, or they are a combo deck, but not really sure about the visions. Well, we have our Spell Skite, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. Alright, let's get a free attack in here with our Nettle Sentinel. Cast a little Elvish Visionary action here. Do you want to use... yes. Okay, so from here, I could actually tutor up... yeah, wow. This is either going to be really good or really, really bad. X is currently 1. Okay. Yes. So I'm going to tutor up Heritage Druid. And we're just going to pass the turn here? Oh! If I had done that first! Oh, wow. Okay. Minor punt there. I didn't want to play the Elvish Visionary because it's -1 mana. That would have been glorious if we could have pulled that off. Okay, so it looks like our opponent's just on a slower plan here. Okay, so a 3/4 creature. Oh, I'll cast a Pendlehaven. Cast an elf. So this should give us an opportunity to get a few extra untaps here. And this is where the deck really starts to go off. I definitely made a mistake on the previous turn, but let's tap these 3. Play this. Put that into play. Cast this Collected Company. With the untapped triggers on the stack, do I want to add some mana here? Yeah, might as well. So we're going to untap both here. Let's put double Elite in play, I guess. So I attack with both of these. The opponent will block here. opponent gets 2 ticks on that. So if our opponent goes to 14, the following turn they block here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Doesn't quite kill them in 2. So let's wait 1 turn here. I'm not going to trade a single elf. So this turn could have happened. This could have happened last turn if I had sequenced correctly and gotten my Heritage Druid, played my second Nettle Sentinel, tapped 3, brought him back. But I think we are still in pretty good shape here against the field. I feel pretty bad if our if we draw the Azuri, I think we just win on the spot. 1, 2. So from here, so there will not be any 1/1 elves after I use this. So let's go. On this one, and then we will tap this here, and then we're going to attack with the team. Yep. Take a bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4. So my opponent blocks there and there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that might be. Yeah. Well, that was a kind of a quick one. Looks like our opponent is some sort of blue-green value-based deck. So if that's the case, I would expect to be dealing with, I would say normally removal, but it doesn't look like they wanted to introduce much of that. So they could be Teamer. I feel like maybe they're just a blue-green flash deck. Okay. Well, let's just get rid of cards that we know aren't going to have as much application as we would like, and then find some other things to fill their spots. All right, we're going to try this. So my thought here is Reclamation Sage and Scavenging Ooze are both fine, but they're not really like providing us with a big power upswing. I won't ever tutor for Ooze in this perceived matchup, even if he's a Snap Bolt deck, or they're a Snap Bolt deck, because there's not really a guarantee that they're going to be blowing up our creatures a bunch. So I'll just take the paths, try to protect against Goyfs. That might be fundamentally wrong. Let's be a chicken. Hedge 1 here. We'll leave the Ooze in still. Yeah. Okay. I don't think paths are where we want to be. I mean, them blocking with like a single 3/4. You saw what happened there. Just attack straight through it. I'm assuming our opponent's going to take out some more of the late game stuff, like his visions, or just, you know, mulligan past those. Whew. Excuse me. Little tired. Long drive back from the Invitational, which, for those that care, I flared out of horribly. 3-1 Modern, playing a little Jund. Probably my last Jund tournament. I need to learn how to play the format and not just play the cards that seem sweet. We're going to keep this. And the Open, I lost my winning in for day 2, and then, you know, you can repeat that a few more times. Alright, so I'm going to play the Mystic here. It doesn't look like our opponent has the Bolt for the bird. I think it's fair that the opponent would have kept it up if they were in possession of said bolt for said bird. So instead of any of that, go with elf. Cast a visionary, get our card. Alright, I am going to cast the Nettle Sentinel here. I don't want to give them an additional creature on this board state. This is where you got to start playing around your sweepers, especially now that our opponent has confirmed that they are enjoying the Teamer lifestyle. Teamer box.deck. Anger. Yep. Ain't no fear. Ain't no thing. Draw me a third land. No, but we'll give him this Elvish Mystic. So, we are now having to do what is probably the more difficult part of playing the elf deck, is you have to learn how to maneuver around little bits of removal here and there. Sure. I expect our opponent from this position to probably ping the elf. We actually would make this trade if they for some reason gave it to us. Whoops. Well, that was silly. Okay, your turn. Not going to attack with anything here. Sure. I don't think I'm as worried even about... Yep. If they tap this fetch land, though, we're going digging. No spell pierce, please. Okay. Little protection here from the old sweeper. Not that I expect to see one, but this should give us the ability to hopefully untap into some good situations here. Now I understand that P and K can still pick off our mana elves, which is fine. I'm assuming our opponent's on the Kiki deck. Ooh, we might just be dead here. Essence Warden is probably a good one for this matchup. Make them work twice as hard. Yeah, that's actually kind of funny. Well, we're going to put this in play, and then we're going to pass the turn. And we're going to make our opponent show us their ability to kill us. Not even going to do that. Okay, so this is where okay. Just try to company for as many things as possible here. So do I want the Nettle Sentinel here or the Eternal Witness? So if I get the Eternal Witness, we buy back a company, which puts us at 3, 4, plus 2. This, I actually think we're in better shape for a 3, 4. Yeah, so I think the Elite's correct here, because that's going to give us a full Heritage Druid activation. Nettle Sentinel will give us only 2 untaps. Yeah, we'll take the Elite here. The rest on bottom. So I'm going to let our opponent have the Tarfire here. I'm not too worried about that. Trying to think what. So I guess our opponent's going to try to go through another removal spell. Another company. Any order sequence there is fine. And then we just let that, do we let that resolve? Yeah, I guess it's all the same now. Okay. Go right ahead, buddy, 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 buddy. I think you are dead skis, though. Yep. Leave 1 up. Yeah, this feels like another matchup where we're just so far out on board right now. I don't know what our opponent's supposed to do. This is glorious. Looks like our opponent's wanting to communicate with us. Hopefully it's something pleasant. I'm sure it's not, but that's okay. We're going to regenerate that. And then we're going to untap and give them the business. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. All right. Let us battle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to join the battles with everything. Except those. Give our opponent 2 of those. Get another round. Lethal. Lethal. Bodied. Okay. Negative 59. Well, that was another hot one. I mean, mid-range deck trying to keep up with, you know, like, what was it, 3-6, like 12 mana or something like that. It's just, it's not something that the Jund decks or the Teamer decks can do. Neat. Glad I brought in the Forge Tender, you know, assuming that he wasn't, or the opponent, that they were not just blue-green. So that was a fun one. Explosive, wide, beautiful, amazing, and Azuri filled. So that was match 2. This was Kent Ketter with hot takes. I'm going to go read that message. I'm sure it's pleasant. And we will come back for match 3 in just a few.